it going, everyone? Welcome back to Sidekicked, a Marvel Champions podcast where we're all about the allies. We'll teach you who they are in the comics, discuss their card, and what kind of decks they might be played in. I'm one of your hosts, I'm Levi Lewis, and with me today I have...
I'm Earth Twister.
Welcome back, Earth Twister! And we also have...
Your boy, Jason Sketch, as always. Good to see your fuzzy face again there, Mr. Twister.
It's only fuzzy because I can't shave or trim it very well. I've got a newborn. Somehow
a newborn?
Correlate.
Oh!
Which also means I may disappear in the middle of this, and if I do, it's because I had to go take care of him.
Look at that dad bod forming right there.
You definitely have a dad bod.
You can't even see me. You can see my neck down. My neck up.
That's why we know you have a dad bod. We can see your neck down. Yeah. That's a really awkward camera angle. If you could fix it for us, that'd be great.
Yeah, that's not weird.
My bad.
This is why we're an audio podcast, ladies and gentlemen. We're not a camera podcast.
I don't want to cause you to stumble.
That's why in my very few episodes on my YouTube channel, you never see my face. For that purpose alone.
Never ever?
No, there's not one yet. Anyways,
because you're worried about showing Earth Twister's dad bod.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you hide your face.
That's why I hide my face.
I knew it. A hot dog. Well, Mr. Dad Bod, you've got a new son. Does he have a name?
He does, but it's little Twister.
Little Twister.
Oh,
Yes.
Little Twister.
So I'm Earth Twister. Then of course my wife is Mrs. Twister. Then we've got Little Twister, which is my first son. So it's little Twister, which is the second son.
Are you sure it's not Dirt Devil?
Or we could just call him Second Son. You know, if you've ever seen Spy Family, then he's Second Son.
Second Son.
Twister, Second Son. Perfect.
That's my son Daryl, and that's my other son Daryl.
At least you always know who you're yelling at, I guess. There's got to be somebody that got married to somebody else that already had a kid, right? And they both already had kids. And like his son name was John, and the person they got married to also had a son named John. And they're just kind of like stuck with this, like, well, this is my son John, this is my other son John. And
funny enough, my sister, which I will not say what her name is.
Her name is John as well?
Her name is John, but she had a friend in school with the same name. So it was like John and John. They're best buds.
Huh. That's wild.
There's these kids at the youth group that I help out with, and their first and last names are the same.
Wow.
So do they go by their middle name, or do you just go thing one, thing two?
Call them Big E and Little E. Or Big E and Tall E.
Big E and Tall E. All right.
So when I was in college, I had a bunch of friends that all of their names, I had like 4 friends that they're all David. And all of their last names, they didn't have the same last names, but all of them started with the letter S. All of them. It's like, this is wild. Well, taking it back into the actual podcast here.
Can I?
Have you guys? Do you want to add to the name thing?
No. I'm good. Good.
No, what were you going to say?
I was just going to suggest one change to your notes later on, but I forgot about this first part, so let's jump into that.
Okay. What have you guys even been playing? Have you guys been playing Marvel Champions recently?
I played once last week, and then the weekend before, I think. I recently just picked up Silk and Shuri, so I played Silk with Sketcher when he came by and visited.
It's the S. Sketchers. It's the S. Anybody?
Nope.
No.
Please leave a comment down below.
But then I had an opportunity to play during the workday, so last week, and I got to check out Shuri, and so I played some Silk and I played some Shuri, but that's about it. Almost picked up Winter Soldier and Falcon today, but I don't have Zamula.
Your local game store already has it.
And my buddy offered to pick it up for me because he was going at lunch, and I was like, "Oh yeah, let's." Nope, no money.
Dang. No, you buy.
It's a no. It's no. No lemon pledge.
Mr. Superman, though, here.
But I do have to say, for the Shuri deck that I played Daring Lime's Sidekick Shuri deck. And once it gets set up, it's a lot of fun. So Daring Lime, if you're listening, I really, really enjoyed playing that Sidekick leadership deck for Shuri. It was great.
Daring Lime does have some really cool stuff out there, which I'm sad about that, about him not wanting to play much more.
It looks like you're sad, but Jason Sketch is over there cheering on his screen, so I kind of want to know what that's about.
Yeah, what's that about?
I mean, I'm pretty excited about this. I'm scouring our channel of YouTube, and went on there to go check our poll, and discovered we got our first comment on our YouTube channel, and nice. I'm pretty excited about it.
That's awesome.
That's what I was cheering about. So,
did they mention my dad bod?
They did not mention your dad bod. No.
Was it about last episode or the last episode?
It was about our last episode. It was about the episode that we did, episode 8.
Yeah, episode 8. I'm sorry.
Episode 8.
Not episode 10 or whatever episode.
11.
Yeah, we're on episode 12 now. Yeah. This is about episode 8. And it is from The Masked Hero, and he does mention talking about our different ideas that we had there, and he said, hey, the idea that we talked about, and it was brought up by Earth Twister, where he goes, hey, it'd be cool to have this future foundation and have Valeria be one of the main people there. And we had discussed at some point about having maybe Doom as a signature ally for Valeria, since he is her godfather. He responded with, well, maybe Valeria Richards' signature ally could be a Doombot that he gave her. And so I liking that now and giving a heart. So Master Hero, thank you so much for leaving your comment. We will give you a formal reply written down there, but just so you know, we did just see your note, even though it was written 4 days ago. So thank you so much for taking the time to write that to us.
We are very consistent with checking our channel, ladies and gentlemen.
So consistent. We Jason read it live on air, even though this is going to be edited in later.
Correct. So I apologize. I've been busy with summer, and I have not had the moment to keep consistent check of our things. So
summer is busy time.
It is. All right. Well,
what about you, Mr. Sketch? What have you been playing?
What have I been playing? Oh man. So last couple games I played, I've only played a couple. One of them went live on YouTube, and it was a Silk game where I finally, and let me say this, Solo Marvel Champion did point out that I did make a few mistakes, which is valid. It is all part of the plan.
But you plan to make a mistake?
I didn't plan to make a mistake, no, but it was like one of those, like you're playing so fast and you're getting so hyped that you just kind of missed a small thing. But I did win my first expert game on Solo with Silk.
Nice.
And so I'm going to call it a win. I consider it a win, but it is Sabretooth that I fought against and won. So that was an exciting moment to be like, oh, sweet, I finally won expert, and that was exciting. The mistake that I made was I did draw a card, the same stupid card that I drew when I played the Hood with Earth Twister a few months back, and we were playing, I was playing my Rogue Ally deck, and that stupid Selena from Hellfire Club popped up and makes you discard an ally. Well, I didn't have any other ally except everybody's favorite ally, Robert Kelly, on the board, and that would have made me have discarded that ally and I would have lost the game. However, looking beyond that, the rest of the gameplay that I made, that's like a fluke, like it's just a thing you draw from the deck. But the rest of the game that I played a good expert game, and so I'm going to consider it an expert win. And I played a Silk and Aggression, and she's a lot of fun. I don't know, and this could be just me, I don't know if I like the Web Warrior trait as much as I thought I would.
I love the Web Warrior trait. I love playing with the Web Warriors.
I'm a little bit with Jason. I'm I'm not a big fan of Web Warriors. I think they're cool, but whenever I'm playing them, I don't know. Like they don't. Whenever I play, I don't know if I'm just not making the right decks or what. But whenever I have a Web Warrior deck, it doesn't do what I kind of want it to do.
I think for me, anyways, you have to basically play leadership, like Web Warrior leadership in any of the aspects that you're playing in.
Don't tell me what to do.
Meaning, you need to stuff it with allies. You probably, for Web Warrior trait, if you want to play the Web of Life and Destiny, and you want it to trigger a lot of card draw for you, you're going to need to have, like, 9 or 10 allies in your deck.
Don't tell me what to do.
Which is, if you might be trying to play the Web Warrior trait without that, in which case, just take the Web of Life and Destiny out. Just play like a regular deck.
Don't tell me what to do.
Just tell me what you want, what you really, really want.
I really, really want to play a Web Warrior in Aggression.
Play it like your Deadpool Aggression deck, but Web Warrior.
Oh my gosh.
Just allies.
Yes. And the Web of Life and Destiny.
This is my deck I've built just for Earth Twister.
I've played SPDR, and I love SPDR with a passion, but I learned to play SPDR without the other Web Warriors at the time, because I didn't have the Web Life and Destiny. And so I'm looking to try a deck. I want to do a Change of Fortune build with Silk and just take out the Web Warriors completely from the build and see if I can make that work. That being said, Hobie Brown's pretty great, and then the way that Spider-Man Peter Parker lets you keep cycling and just being used over and over again, now that you get that energy barrier you can put on him, that's pretty wild too. But
using, I was going to say Optimus Prime. It's not Optimus Prime. Superior Spider-Man. With Penny Parker is amazing.
Otto Octavius is phenomenal for any tech build in general. And I feel like I tried to run him in Silk, and it didn't just seem to fit quite right with her. And I just feel like I need to keep trying it. I just know that the few times that I've tried to do, like, let's do the Web Warrior type run, it's just not worked for me. I feel like I'm standing in a sticky web, and I'm not getting a cycle moving as fast as I would like.
You also like to play rush decks, I think, is your favorite way to play. And it seems like Silk is more of a build type character.
I don't know. I would like to contest that. I don't think... I think I'm more of a tempo player versus a rush. I do lean towards rush in my tempo play, but I think I'm going to be more of a tempo player, looking at what are all the things that I have to do to kind of keep things moving and surviving as we play.
I like to build and then big punch at the end.
Yeah, you're a control player. And I think that'd be fun to kind of talk more about in the future as we discuss the game a little bit more. And if you guys haven't been listening to, MCM has been doing a lot of discussions on those 3: rush, control, and tempo, and it's been very interesting to listen to in the long term. But because I half build but play at the same time, where a rush player is just going to more focus on getting your events out there as fast as you can, if that makes sense.
Now, what about you, Mr. Levi Lewis? What have you been playing?
So I haven't played anything in a while. I have had a wild life recently. It's a whole bunch of different stuff, which I'm not going to get into on here, but I've just been having a lot of just life in general. So I haven't played anything since the last time I played with Jason. But something I think I've realized recently is that I believe that Adam Warlock, who I have been playing with Jason, I mean, various ways, but also solo, is I think Adam Warlock is better solo than playing with other people, playing multiplayer.
Why is that?
I don't exactly know. I think what it is whenever I'm playing him solo, he just, for me, for some reason, he plays better. He does more of what I need him to do, just for my part. But then whenever I'm playing with somebody else, like Jason, it seems like I need him to do like one specific thing, because typically, like, whoever I'm playing with, like, they're in leadership or they're in justice, and I need to do, like aggression stuff or whatever, but he's good at everything, and so he doesn't always have what I specifically need that, like, for those rounds.
So maybe he's really good solo or in 4-player, because then 4-player, you get the other 3 people doing the 3 things needed, and you just kind of keep the board clean.
Maybe. I don't know. I have played him. I played a 4-player. I think that might be the problem too. Is like maybe it's 4-player. Maybe if it's just like me and just Jason. I don't think I've played it with just you and I, or like just me and one other player. I think I've typically, because I know I've played him 4-player. I know I've played him 3-player. I don't think I played him 2-player.
I think it was just going to really depend on the build that you're running for our good friends Adam Warlock there, and I think that's going to be with any character that you play. Building a character, sometimes they don't fit into the mold that you're looking them to fit into, but when you make a build, you're building for two purposes. One, as a solo player, you're so focused on I have to cover all the bases that you make sure you have everything to cover all those bases.
And I am good at that. Whenever I play solo, I am really good at that. I think the mistake that I am making, think about it right now. I think the mistake that I am making is when I'm building him, just because it's across all 4 aspects. I think the mistake that I'm making is that when I'm playing it 4-player, I'm not communicating well with the other players of what aspects they're playing in. And so I know that there are like more aggressive justice cards and leadership cards. I know that there's more thwarting aggression cards and protection cards. I know that those exist. I just don't always use them because normally when I'm looking for those cards, I'm looking for protection. I'm looking for like, how am I going to protect myself with these cards?
Absolutely. And when you're building a protection build, you definitely want to be looking on how can I protect the table.
Right. Like, yeah, not just myself, but everybody.
Yeah. We pick on Dr. Science for just playing stun lock Captain America every time we play, but he's gotten to a point now where like he's not just defending Captain America. When we play, he is focused on taking care of the table. I never worry about whether I'm going to get hit or not because Captain America is going to cover my butt, you know? And so he's found his role and his niche in that deck. And so it's just finding that right thing for Adam Warlock and what he does in your deck. And keep in mind, the last time you played Adam Warlock in multiplayer, you used his precon, and some of those precon cards are not super great.
That is true. I will admit that. I know I did say it on the last recording that yeah, I did want to try out the precon. I did. The only thing I did change it with one card. I did put Sorcerer Supreme in there.
Yep.
Because I was like, this is the one card I really want in there. But but at the same time, most of his precon cards are pretty awesome. Most of them.
That's accurate.
Pretty awesome.
So, as you guys heard me mention, I was looking to see where our polls were at for the last episode we released. Are you excited to know the results of the polls of voting on which of the waves of the 3 that we suggested have won?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Awesome. Me too. So, on Spotify, we had 1 vote and 1 vote only.
Nice.
Which is super exciting. And Jason's Access won with his 1 vote and 1 vote only. So,
was that you voting for your own?
I have leaving no comment.
Confirm nor deny.
I am leaving no comment. But on YouTube video,
yes.
On Studio there, Jason's Access also won there, and it had 2 votes on there. So
I'm just going to assume that you got a vote. You got 1 vote on each one. I'm just going to just predict that this is something that has happened.
Yeah. Maybe Jason voted for himself. Maybe Jason didn't vote for himself. The world will never know.
Yeah, let's hear the rest of the results.
That's it. Everybody else didn't get a vote. Nobody else got a vote.
Oh yeah, you definitely voted for yourself twice.
Yeah, he used a different account so he logged into 2 different accounts.
That's what it was.
On YouTube, no. I only used 1 account on YouTube.
Oh, so now you're admitting it. Now you're admitting it.
I don't know where the second vote came from. That is the only downfall is you can't see who voted for your stuff. But people seem to like the Access idea, so it was great.
Yeah,
you're saying people. 1 person.
People. I'm doing air quotes. You can't see it on the podcast, but I'm doing air quotes. That's people.
I mean, I think we all had good ideas. I mean,
yeah, they were great. They're fantastic ideas. They just didn't get voted for.
Well,
by you.
They were.
by you.
They were good stuff.
Levi, I think we need to go vote for each other's.
I'm going to vote for yours, Earth Twister.
And I'll vote for yours, Levi.
Yeah, you vote for whoever you want.
On to the MCU a little bit. I see you've made a note there, and I wondered if you would mind if I made a small change to the MCU discussion we had today.
What do you want to discuss? There's a reason why I wanted to discuss this, but go ahead.
Oh, okay. Well, we can... Oh, I see why your reason is that.
Do you know why?
Yeah, I feel real dumb. Yeah. I was just thinking about June 24th coming around the corner.
Yeah,
What's the 24th?
You don't know?
No.
Oh, man. Disney has posted it. Actually, Disney's kept it pretty quiet. Hardly any marketing's been put into this. But we are seeing that they're releasing Ironheart on the 24th.
Is that
in theaters or on Disney Plus?
It's Disney Plus. It's going to be a Disney Plus TV show.
Oh, okay.
Series. And can you guess who the villain's going to be?
Riri Williams.
No, that's her alter ego, turd.
Oh, my bad. What?
It's going to be Whiplash.
Whiplash should be cool, but it's not Whiplash.
Whiplash was in Iron Man 2.
Yeah, he can come back.
He wants his bird.
Yeah.
I want my bird.
My bird.
My boy.
My bird.
It's not my boy. It's a good bird. It's a fine bird.
Is it going to be Sam Rockwell that was Hammer? MC Hammer?
Is it going to be Tony Stark? I mean, Iron Man. The green guy.
Dr. Doom.
Venom. Doom. Dr. Doom.
No.
Victor.
But it is somebody in a cape and a hood.
The Red Hood.
The Red Hood.
Come.
Yeah, not the Red Hood, but the hood. The Red Hood's from DC.
The Little Red Riding Hood?
The Little Red Riding Hood, that's it. But I thought it was interesting, because it's just going to be an interesting dynamic. And for those of you who don't know, the Hood is more a mystic character. So you're dealing with mystics versus tech. And I just thought it was a very interesting dynamic. And I'm excited for it. And
to get back to our... What were you saying?
I was just saying I've been using Ingenuity in Silk, and the card just reminded me that show is coming out in a couple days. So
that's fair.
Yeah.
So to get back to our show notes.
Oh, right, we have those.
And there's a reason why. I think Jason said a second ago. He figured out why I wanted to talk about this subject specifically. Have either of you guys seen the Eternals movie?
Yes, I have.
Jason,
I saw it in theaters.
So you have seen the whole movie and credit scenes and everything.
I have. I'm waiting for it to come to a $5 bin.
So what are your thoughts on the movie?
It was not a great movie. I was very bored. Not much happened, but all the stuff happened. It was very strange.
I'm waiting for it to come to a $5 bin.
Angelina Jolie.
I mean, I guess that would make it worth $1.50 more.
So $6.50.
$6.50, yeah.
$6.50 bin.
My wife and I, about this movie specifically, when we go to a thrift store or I think the other day we went to Half Price Books or different things, we'll walk around the store to see if we can find Eternals in a used section just to buy and take home. As of right now, we've had no luck of finding a used copy of Eternals anywhere. It was
because
so bad
nobody bought it.
Nobody bought it,
so that they're not selling it used.
Right.
So do you want to hear my opinion on this movie?
Oh yeah, sure.
So you guys are probably going to laugh at me or not like me or kick me off this podcast. Because I actually think it was well made until the end. The ending was what ruined that movie. I thought, while I was watching this movie, and I watched it a lot. I didn't watch it in theaters. I think I watched it on streaming. I think I watched it after they put it on Disney Plus. And I had heard a lot of people talking bad about this movie, and I was watching it, And I was like, a lot of people talked bad about this movie, and I think I was like watching it, I was like, this is like the storyline was making sense and like with a lot of the stuff, but it wasn't your typical Marvel movie. For me, it was like this huge emotional draw with all the characters. Like, I thought they did a really good job with the diversity of the different characters. They all had different great dynamics, and there's a lot of clash between that, a lot of them, and that's why they weren't together. I mean, yeah, there was like definitely some big stuff where it was like, oh yeah, you guys could have been doing all this other stuff this entire time with the MCU, but you just chose not to. That one, I will give credit to that. That's like one of the one things that I'm like, okay, whatever. But like the end was what ruined it. I think the ending was like this big giant Eternal comes out of the ground, and it's just like, you guys could have like changed the ending, and it would have been a much, much, much better movie. And then also like the end credit scenes were terrible.
I mean, the end credit scenes, I was pretty hyped for seeing Jon Snow become the Black Knight. I was like, that movie will be interesting.
Yeah, but are they even still pursuing that?
No, they decided not to. That I do know. That has been removed from the docket. It was in the era in which Kevin Feige was not given the opportunity to be given the opportunity to really give much direction to the directors. Was being told not to, or he'll be fired. It was a weird dynamic for him. But now we're seeing an era where he's getting back control and kind of resetting and realigning things. And so, unfortunately, Eternals fell in that era. And so,
yeah, and I will say, like, mistakes were made in that movie, but I don't think there's as many mistakes as people think they are in that movie.
Oh no, people just bash the MCU after seems like after Endgame, nobody cares about what the MCU does anymore.
That's kind of that's kind of the take I got too. Like, I mean, I loved the Spider-Man movie that came out after it. I thought that was so freaking good. So freaking good.
Far From Home.
Is that what it was? Is that the name of that one?
I think so, yeah. It's Homecoming, Far From Home, and then No Way Home.
No Way Home. I'm talking about No Way Home.
With all the Spider-Men?
Yeah, where they're all pointing at each other. I mean, Far From Home was okay.
It's funny that we got a Far From Home that came out after he went to space, and really he's just going to the other side of the planet, and we're like calling it Far From Home.
That's true too. So to move the podcast along, the reason why I wanted to talk about the Eternals movie specifically is because of the subject matter for our episode today, which is Pip the Troll.
Pippity pip pip.
Pip the Troll's in one of the end credit scenes.
Oh,
really? With another guy. I don't remember who he is with, but he's introduced in, I think it's like the first end credit scene that it shows him, but he's like, hey.
I don't remember his name, but I know in the comics he is another Titan and is labeled like a brother of Thanos.
Yeah, the guy that's with him. But anyways, he's in that, but it shows Pip.
Indeed it does. It does show Pip the Troll. I thought that was an interesting moment.
Yeah, that was, I'm not going to lie, that was one of the parts that kind of, like, when I say, like, I didn't like the endings, like the ending, that was one of the parts that I didn't like. It felt off. It felt, like, pushed. Which, I mean, yeah, like, I knew that they were trying to push that they were going to do another Eternals movie. Like, that's what they're planning anyways. Obviously, yep. with Pip the Troll, which I was like, this seems very pushed. Like, if they had left all that ending part out, like, that all out, and, like, the whole Eternal thing coming out of Earth, it would have been a better movie. But anyways, yeah, we're talking about Pip the Troll. So, I know Pip is a Adam Warlock specific ally. Have either of you guys played Adam Warlock?
Yes.
Jason?
I still have not played the Warlock of Adam.
When Earth Twister, when you played it, did you play Pip the Troll?
Once or twice.
Yeah. I've seen Pip the Troll played.
Yep, I have played it in front of Jason, and it was nice.
It was actually saved us in Thanos' fight for a while there.
Yeah, yes it did. So to get into Pip, so Pip, originally that's not his actual name. He's originally not called Pip the Troll. His name's actually called, it's actually called Prince Goffern, a.k.a. Pip the Troll. He's from a planet called Laxidasia, and he mutates into a satyr-like creature, which I didn't know this from anything. So I'll be very honest, like my notes are a little vague today because I didn't know exactly that I was going to be doing this today. So there it is. But anyways, that's not all my notes though. But no, he mutates into a satyr-like creature. So he has like hoofed legs for feet, and then he has hairy legs, and then he has pointy ears. And he's called a troll because on his planet of Laxidasia, that's what they call creatures like that, people like that. They call them trolls for some reason. It doesn't, like what I read, it doesn't actually explain that into any depth. It just said that's what they do. So he turns into this. So like I said, he mutates into a troll, a satyr-like creature, because he drinks a mutagen ale. So Laxidasians actually look very similar to humans. So what happens to Pip is on his planet he gets the other Laxidasians get really tired of his lewd jokes and lewdness. So he actually gets exiled.
Exiled for lewdness.
Yep. So Pip in the comics was originally created to be interact with Adam Warlock. And his personality was to try and counter his, to try and show how awesome Adam Warlock is. And he originally
show how awesome Adam Warlock is, or how to show how awesome the Magoose is.
Both. So originally he appeared in the Strange Tales comics. He first appeared in February 1975 in the Strange Tales. But he died not long after that in the Avengers Annual number 7 in March of 1977. But he did resurface in the Silver Surfer in December of 1990. And he has appeared in several comics ever since then. And he has appeared in a couple of shows and in the Eternals movie. So he's been around. He's been around since, the 70s, but he died for a long time. So in the comics, his powers are he can teleport, and he gets his powers from stealing the Space Stone, and he holds on to it for a very long time, and eventually he loses the stone, but because he absorbs so much radiation from the stone, he gained the ability to, like I said, teleport. So that's what he does. He teleports everywhere. So he's been around for a long time. He interacts with a lot of different people, mostly Adam Warlock. He's somebody that interacts with him a lot. He does interact with Thanos at one point, where Thanos uses the Mind Stone and erases his mind, but because it's Adam Warlock stuff, it's very weird where, from what I read, he gets basically killed, and Adam Warlock puts his mind into the Mind Stone, so he's in the Mind Stone for a very long time, and I think that's where he was for that long period of time, from the 70s to 1990. Was he was in the Mind Stone, but I tried to look that up and I couldn't find that anywhere. So
Gotcha.
That's kind of what happens with him. He's a part of a lot of different groups.
What kind of groups?
Give me 1 second.
Hair band, metal bands.
So he was a part of
Hot Wheel Collectors.
Alternative pop rock.
And alternative Christian rock.
The Brotherhood of Evil Mutants.
And also the Infinity Watch.
Oh.
Yeah, so he's a part of the Infinity Watch. And he comes across a lot of different people in that, including Man Beast, Mole Man. He was also in part of the, right after that, he was a part of the Infinity Crusade. A part of that storyline anyways. Because he was a part of Infinity Watch, he was a part of the Infinity Crusade comics. He does come across Professor X at one time.
Was he ever a Guardian?
I never saw anything saying he was a Guardian. I mean, he could have been, it's very, to me, I would be yes, but I can't really say that because I didn't actually see anything saying
I don't know if he's ever labeled a Guardian specifically, but he is, a big key player in the cosmic part of the universe, and that's the extent I know about Pip the Troll.
One of his allies is Moondragon. That's one of the things that I saw was kind of cool.
And Moondragon is a Guardian and an Avenger.
Isn't Moondragon also Inhuman? Am I wrong about that?
That I don't know. We'd have to... she's got an ally card.
I don't know. Doesn't Moondragon have a show? An animated show?
Moondragon?
Who am I thinking
Moon
of?
Girl.
Moon Girl. That's what I'm thinking of.
Moon Girl, that's a way different
That's
thing.
who I'm thinking of. That's probably what I'm getting mixed up here.
I tried to watch that show. I just couldn't get into it.
I never watched it. I didn't.
It's...
Of course you would have seen it, Jason.
I have not finished the second season. It's one of those that, like... I mean, it's a cartoon, so it's designed for kids, and it's designed for kids of this day and age. And so, like, some of the episodes, I'm like, I really connect with this. And some of them, I'm like, I don't know.
I don't care.
I mean, yeah, I mean, that's just a part of it is, I think that's with any cartoon, right? Like, there's moments you're like, I think you would have figured it out by now, Elmer Fudd, but we'll just, we'll try this again.
So yeah, Pip Patrol's kind of cool. That's all I really got. I don't have that much about Pip Patrol. He's interesting. I did like him, and I did like his card.
Did you follow him on Facebook and make him one of your 6 friends on MySpace?
My top friends on MySpace.
Yeah.
MySpace still exists.
I really regret not choosing that as my way for voting for allies. If they would be in my top 6 or not, my way to rate allies.
Yeah, I mean, you can change it. You can change it.
I could.
Too.
I don't know. The Yelp review kind of fits. We're 12 episodes in. Cast your votes now. Should I change it from a Yelp review to the top 6 of MySpace or not?
I'm going to put my vote in now.
Oh,
you know
good.
What it is? It's you should do what you want.
Oh. I will be doing animals from now on, ladies and gentlemen. I can't tell if you're glaring at me or not. The screen's just on Earth Twister.
So, what's next, Mr. Lewis?
No, I'm getting to that. So, Earth Twister. So now we're gonna actually get into the card. Earth Twister, can you describe this card?
Yeah, this card is it's a card about Pip the Troll.
That's a very good description.
He's a 2-cost ally with 1 thwart, 1 attack, takes a consequential damage for each. He is unique. Has 2 health. He is a Adam Warlock signature ally. So he's not aggression, protection, leadership, or justice, or basic, or pool. He has the mystic trait, which I don't really know how that helps. And then he has toughness, and then a special ability that says while Pip the Troll is in your hand, he gains the effect or text that says interrupt. When a player is attacked, spend a energy and a mental resource. So spend those 2 resources, and you get to put Pip the Troll into play under that player's control. So that Pip the Troll can be played from your hand to absorb an attack for somebody else. So pretty cool. He also has a wild resource as the resource that he generates, which can be helpful if he's in if you're playing something that requires a wild resource or any type of resource.
Yep. He's also Adam Warlock's first card in his deck.
So he is.
I mean, a 2-cost ally coming in with toughness. That's pretty wild to start
And he
off.
can interrupt.
Interrupt from hand, still coming in with toughness. You're just paying his cost. It just has to be now specific.
Right.
It's very reminiscent of the card we did a couple weeks ago, maybe a couple months ago now, of Yo-Yo Rodriguez, where you're paying that lightning resource cost and it can get put into front of any player. The only difference between him and Yo-Yo is Yo-Yo always comes back to your hand. So you're continuing to pay that cost, where once Pip goes out and he does his thing and he moves on to the great mystic afterlife, you have to wait for him to cycle back through your deck to see him again.
Truth.
But I personally really like cards like this that let you play allies out of turn or even into other people's play area. I think that's pretty great.
He seems pretty cool. I mean, I play Adam Warlock when I can, but I've never really used Pip the Troll. I may have played him once or twice, but...
Is there a mystic... Good?
What were you going to ask?
I was going to ask, is there a mystic card that you can use to cycle him back into your hand over and over?
Adam Warlock might have a specific card that's not like Mystic specific, but one of his cards. I can't remember exactly.
He doesn't. I don't think there is a way that you can easily cycle him back through. I think the best thing that you can do is with Adam Warlock is you have all that card draw. Like once you've got your Mystic Senses down.
Yeah, that's true.
You draw like 7 cards a turn. But if you also have Sorcerer Supreme, you're getting 8 cards a turn. And then you have maybe some other things where you can set up card draw. So maybe you're able to cycle through your deck once a turn and triggering Soul World and now getting Pip the Troll in your hand every single turn. I don't know.
It'd be interesting to look up a deck for that. I just feel like he's one of those that you'd almost want to build around trying to get on the table as often as possible so that you can put everything else out on the table. And
have as many mental and energy resources or wild resources as possible.
Yeah. I mean, having enough wilds to kind of keep it where it's like, I'm paying the 2 resources and I move on. But even then, you can still get, I don't know, he's not an Avenger. You could get a Helicarrier on the table, and now, well, no, that's not going to work the way I was thinking.
You can use a Helicarrier. You can use Team Building Exercise because he has the same trait as Adam Warlock.
The staff that comes in Adam Warlock's deck is a wild resource. So you could use that to cycle him over and over if you get him into your hand.
Too true.
And for him to come in and defend for you and take basically a hit, and then you can keep him around to take a second hit if you need to.
Yeah, that's definitely worth a lot.
Because he can take the first hit with toughness. Then the second thing he can do is he can thwart or attack for 1 and then take another hit.
Are there any other allies that cheap that have toughness at the same time?
I can't think of any off the top of my head.
I can't think of any. How much does
how much is
Luke
armor?
Cage?
Luke Cage is 4.
Is 4.
What about armor? She's trait locked, I think. I think you have to be X-Men to play her, but isn't she fairly cheap? Aha. Armor is 2 cost, but you have to have the X-Men trait, and she can't be played out of turn.
So you have to have armor. She can't play out of turn either. That's correct.
But to be fair, this is an Adam Warlock specific. Like you can only play this with Adam Warlock.
Right. Generally, when they build characters, they're very conscious in the way of doing their allies, and so. But I guess it kind of makes sense for him being so cheaply costed, if he is a teleporter, like we know him to be.
Yeah.
So armor's a 2 cost. You're right. Bling that you can get from the new X-Men side scheme is also 2 costed with toughness.
You have to do the side scheme first, though, and also be X-Men traded.
Yep. Pip the Troll. Ooh, Volstagg. But he's a captured ally in the campaign-specific set. He's 0 costed. That's it. The only other thing is, same thing with Colossus, right? You have to be a X-Men ally for him to reduce his cost, even though he's 4. So.
And then I don't know how much Mystic Chick, what's her face, Magic, how much her Colossus costs, but he can be reduced based off of being on the top of her deck and played out of turn.
He costs 3.
He costs 3, and then you have him on the top of your deck, so now he costs 2, and then you can play him out of turn also. And you don't have to exhaust him to take that hit.
Magic is brutal, dude. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But again, like I think that leaning into that comment you guys were saying earlier, it is a hero-specific ally. Him and Colossus both are hero-specific. Except now Colossus is a teensy bit better because you don't have to exhaust him. That Colossus, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the way I see it is, yeah, Pip is Adam Warlock specific. And I do like that they didn't try to do the same thing that Lockjaw does, where Lockjaw, once he's in the discard pile, you can always play him. I do like that there is a difference with that, which they both do what they do in the comics. Like they're kind of similar in the comics, but obviously they're not the exact same.
One's a satyr, one's a dog.
Yeah, but their powers are similar, so it makes sense. That they're different.
If you're leaning into the teleporting powers, Nightcrawler's power is completely different too.
Yeah,
so the way I do appreciate that about Fantasy Flight is each of these allies feel unique. It's not like, oh, this is a copy paste of the ally from 3 sets ago.
Absolutely. Like all the armor, like Iron Man is very different from War Machine, and both of those are very different from Ironheart. Like, I think that's phenomenal that they were able to make each one very, very different.
Absolutely. At least, but they still lean into something similar, which is just wild.
Right.
So how would we rate Pip the Troll, do we think?
I'll let you guys go first because I know mine, and mine's going to be funny.
Jason, what do you think?
I'm going to probably give him 5 stars. In his review, he's fairly costed. Looks like a freaking mob boss in his image. Is just something that feels good to play. And you never feel bad putting Pip the Troll onto the table. And the fact that he can be played out of turn and be used to defend anybody on the table quickly and effectively. It's just an A+ card, guys. I don't see any downfall to this ally. 5 stars. Well,
I'm going to be the dissenting voice here a little bit. I don't really care for him as an ally that much. He's fine. He's a fine card. He works well enough. I'm going to give him a C+ because he only has 1 copy of himself. I can't put him in any other deck. And then also, anytime I've had him in my hand, he's not been in my hand when I've wanted him to be. It's always been, I need to get this other thing down first. This other thing is more important than Pip the Troll because, I have Soul World. Now if I take a hit, just flip down and heal completely up. Like, sure, Pip the Troll saves me, but if I get Soul World down, I get Karmic Staff down, Mystic Senses. All of those cards are more important to me. And so I'm not really feeling the need to play Pip the Troll. I tend to use him more as a resource.
I will say, though, Soul World, you have to cycle through your deck once you put it, like, in order to get any of the icons on there, you have to cycle through your deck first before you can heal up.
Sure. And so, with Mystic Senses, you're cycling through pretty quick.
That's true, too. But I'm just saying.
I'm right, you're wrong.
We're all wrong.
All right, let's hear about your Chihuahua.
So, no, I don't think he's a Chihuahua. I do wish he was. One of my biggest takes on him is since I have started playing him, I do wish he was an aspect card or a basic card because he's really, really cool. That's my biggest draw from him is that it's like, man, if he wasn't Adam Warlock specific, he'd be a whole lot cooler.
I just feel like he'd be more expensive if he was a basic card versus
that's true
the
too.
ally card for a hero-specific ally.
And it makes sense that because he is a hero specific, he is a lower cost. So I will rate Pip the Troll as a troll. That's how I will. Yeah, that's how I rate him. Because I feel
like an internet troll?
Kind of, yeah. Because he kind of does exactly that. Where he comes in and he just messes with the villain, then he just leaves.
Or he shows up in your hand and you're like, I don't need you right now.
That too. Like, I would like you a lot later, Pip the Troll. Which it seems like that's kind of what he kind of seems like in the comics. From my understanding, he's kind of a troll. So he's a troll.
I mean, like, if he's to be the opposite of Adam Warlock, and Adam Warlock's this idea of good,
perfection,
love, and peace in the world, you know? And the Magus is something... is the complete and total opposite of being the complete and total essence of evil. And this idea of the troll, like you mentioned, is this idea of it's to kind of show that Adam Warlock's pretty great and things could have gone wrong. So you get to be the screwed up version of Adam Warlock. Here you go.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, their personality, from what I read, their personalities are supposed to clash a little bit. So it's like, okay.
So, but I guess they're still bros.
Yeah,
so,
they're
opposites attract or whatever.
They're buddies. Yeah, Adam Warlock saves him a couple of times. Because that's what brothers do. They're opposites. So my next question, so we talked about this a little bit. So would you actually build a deck specifically around, an Adam Warlock deck specifically around Pip?
Maybe. If I was playing I really want to play this card, so I'm going to build it around this card kind of deck. Maybe. But I think there's more things that I want to do with Adam Warlock than play Pip the Troll.
That's fair. Jason, what about you?
I don't know if it would be specifically centered on Pip the Troll, but I might build a deck that is heavily focused on protecting the table with Adam Warlock, and Pip the Troll would be a key component to that. But I don't know if he would be one like I do with the rogue ally builds I like to do, where I focus heavily on trying to Voltron rogue. I don't think you're going to get much use of Voltroning Pip the Troll.
That's fair too. I think I would like to do it just to do it. I mean, you guys have seen some of my videos. I like to just do stuff in those videos that are just different, and sometimes they work, sometimes they don't, and sometimes I just keep working those same decks until they work.
You should call your YouTube channel Levi Lewis. I do Marvel Champion stuff.
I do Marvel Champion stuff. Sometimes.
I make it work until it works.
I make it work until it works. That's right.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I still love this game. I feel bad that I've not made a video recently, but I hope to make some more stuff soon.
I mean, I don't think any of us have. So.
No, I haven't even made a video on my other channel in a long time.
That's fair.
What's a video?
What's YouTube?
Let me explain. No, that's too much. Let me sum up.
Let me do you one better. Why is Gamora?
Why is Gamora? Good news is 2 days from now, unless you're like Earth Twister and you're freaking
poor,
freaking awesome, local game store already has it in their store.
Oh, my bad.
Winter Soldier and Falcon should be coming out this Friday, 2 days from today. In fact, technically,
from the time of recording this,
technically it is 10:30 at night. What? Spoiler alert, we're not recording at 5:30 right now? Wild choice. I know, we're pretty cool. But, where was it? Oh yeah, anyways, it's just a few more hours until it's like a day away that we'll see Winter Soldier and Falcon. So, I'm looking forward to hearing some of y'all's thoughts on that here soon.
What'd you say, Earth Twister?
I said sorry, I'll try not to distract you with my face anymore.
I know, it was much easier to do the podcast when we didn't see your face. But
yeah, just change your fakes. Fix
there you go.
Oh, that's that better.
Should help.
Is
You're
it?
just not on the server anymore.
Oh,
now
man.
I can silently judge y'all.
You were already doing that with your face. It's fine.
You just don't know it now.
Well, what do you think? Anything else we need to discuss, or is this? Have we? Oh my gosh, have we come to an end?
I think we're coming to an end.
I think we're coming to an end.
Yeah.
Okay. This is not the end of this. Is the end of this episode, just not
this
the podcast
episode.
in general.
Yeah, this episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. Marvel Champions hasn't stopped putting out. If they haven't listened to any of my suggestions, and they keep putting stuff out, which is good. So, yep. In the last episode that I listened to that we put out, I say, Marvel Champions, you don't have to put anything out anymore. I've solved your problems.
You did. Yeah, you did say that.
And I was like, I don't know why I said that. That's so stupid.
I wondered the same thing, but here we are.
But yeah, they didn't listen to it. So I'm glad they... That's the only suggestion I will say.
The episode hasn't gone live yet.
That episode did go live.
Yeah, that's the last one we put out live that everybody can hear.
Oh, gosh.
But in it, I joke about it. I even say, like, 2 seconds later, I'm like, I don't even know what I said 5 seconds ago. But yeah, this was good. This was a good episode.
Yeah.
I liked Pip. I like Pip the Troll. I like playing him in Animal Lock decks. I'm just sad he's not in any other decks.
And we're glad to have you back, Earth Twister. Welcome back, buddy.
Yeah,
we tried to replace you with Dr. Science, and it just didn't fit.
Yeah, he tried to take over the world.
Yeah.
Wow, I don't have that much kind of power.
He had some innators you wanted to show us. It was a wild thing.
Yeah, what a loser. He was such a loser.
He had some innators.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know. All I heard was he had something to show us. And I was like, what did he want to show you?
Some innators, you know.
Innators.
Some Terminators.
Yeah, he was foiled by a platypus and a top hat, so
Earth Twister! Bury the Earth Twister!
So we're glad to have you back, Earth Twister. That's a pleasure.
It's good to be back. I'm glad I can bring some normalcy to this podcast.
Yes. With your normalcy, are you planning on bringing a fanciful, wonderful ally for the next episode?
Sure.
Yeah, awesome. Good. Do you know what it is?
You don't have to announce it now if you don't know.
Captain America.
Captain America. All right. Great. We're going to stick with allies. Specific Captain America. It's fantastic.
Hero specifics. I mean, that's a fun one.
I'm looking forward to it. I have not played Spider-Ham yet, so maybe that'll give me another Web Warrior to try.
There you go.
Before next episode.
Spider-Ham was like one of my first decks I bought.
It's accurate.
So,
yeah, he bought Deadpool, and then he bought Spider-Ham, and then he started buying the rest of the stuff.
Troll characters first.
Heck yeah. Obviously. That's why I like Pip the Troll.
Is that why you... So did you do Deadpool, Spider-Ham, Adam Warlock?
No, I did Deadpool's. I bought Deadpool and Spider-Ham the same. It wasn't like one and then the other. I bought them both at the same time. And then I bought Age of Apocalypse, the campaign, and then I started buying various things.
Nice.
But anyways, yeah, this was good.
Good. I can't wait to hear the history of Captain America next week or in 2 weeks.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
That's right. No, we're releasing an episode next week. We'll record on the opposite week. We have a schedule. We try to keep to it.
Try to.
That's right.
Yep.
Well,
it's been good. This has been Earth Twister.
Yep. You keep those. Stay out of those wombat holes. I'm Levi Lewis.
And next time I'll be deadly serious. Next time, this is Jason Sketch.
If you know about wombats, you'd know why I'm saying that.
Somebody hang up his microphone.